Wake up, it's Saturday, the vibe's just right. Oh yeah, Alex and Josh take us back to the light. He-Man and those Ghostbusters, what a sight. DuckTales and Mario will dive in tight. Slide Track Saturday, let's groove today. Cartoon classics make our worries fly away. Zelda and Mad Monster, what they gotta say. Tune in and let the review slay. Grab your cereal, let's relive the past. Oh yeah, cartoon heroes, the memories last. Alex and Josh got the humor, it's a blast. Kick back, enjoy, have a blast fast. Slide Track Saturday, let's groove today. Cartoon classics make our worries fly away. Zelda and my monster, what they gotta say. Tune in and let the review slay. They break it down, oh so fine. Oh yeah, talking about cartoons gonna blow your mind. From the 80s to 90s, takes us on a ride. Saturday morning styles can't deny. Slide Track Saturday, let's groove today. Cartoon classics make our worries fly away. Zelda and my pet monster, what they gotta say. Tune in and let the review slay.
Good morning, Slashketeers and Slashaholics, and welcome back to the Slash Trax Playhouse. Josh and I are right now currently setting in the netherworld because Josh made the bad mistake of saying, what did you say 3 times, Josh?
Let's see here. What was it? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he said it, but it wasn't in Pig Latin. And the ghost with the most showed up, Slashketeers, and he's making us review and talk about and deep dive episode 1 from the 1989 classic comedy TV series Beetlejuice, the animated series.
One of my favorites growing up. One of my favorites. I had a little girl in my kindergarten class named Lydia. And I thought she was just the coolest girl in the world because her name was Lydia, and the cartoon was on at the time. Yeah.
Did she have dark hair too?
Yeah, she had black hair. It's pretty cool.
Oh man, I would have been trying to coax her into, all right, do it. Say it.
We played Beetlejuice on the playground. It was pretty fun. It's pretty cool. She really embraced the Lydia.
So she was familiar with the cartoon?
Yeah. It's fun.
She was? Okay, cool. So a lot of the fans of the channel, us in particular, your wife, everybody, Slashketeers, Slashaholics from all around the world, even Slashketeer and Slashaholics in hell have requested us to cover Beetlejuice. So no better time, no better episode to cover than episode 1 of season 1.
Yeah.
Critter Sitters.
One of the only times that they really reference the movie in the entire TV series. They have the song Deo, and you can tell that they were trying to bridge the movie to the cartoon series, because she even talks about how a year ago Beetlejuice came into her family's life and and it's just a little more friendly and toned down on the cartoon, but it's pretty cool that they tied it to the movie as best they could. And that dude does sound like Michael Keaton sometimes. He does a really good voice for Beetlejuice.
Oh, I was going to say he's really animated in his interpretation, but yeah, obviously he's a cartoon. But no, just the way he delivers the lines and stuff, he goes all out. He does a really good job.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, season 1, episode 1, air date September 9th, 1989. I had just turned 6. Little slasher librarian was 5. Uh, Director of this episode, Robin Budd, and Robin did 21 episodes of this show, Beetlejuice, 51 episodes of the Hotel Transylvania series, so the
They had a
Adam Sandler movies.
they had a series? I did not know that. Okay.
They did later on. So I guess she directed 51 episodes of that, and then she also did 40 episodes of a cartoon called Ruby Gloom. So she or he, I'm not even sure if it's a male or female, so I apologize. Robin Budd, kind of a master of kind of the dark gothic cartoon genre, because it sound Ruby Gloom, doesn't that kind of sound like an
It's,
Addams Family kind of
yeah,
monster?
it kind of sounds like a Neither World
Hmm.
character too.
Yeah.
That was my biggest disappointment with this, which I'll probably get into later, was we haven't met the spider yet, the skeleton yet, and there was none of those really cool commercials, like infomercials. You know what I'm talking
There's
about?
one- there's one. Is there one? I think there might be one.
I don't remember it being that guy. And I remember there might have been a commercial, but I don't remember there being a commercial with that one skeleton head thing. You know what I'm talking about? I have to relook, but maybe I'm wrong. If it was fast. But
Yeah, I definitely like that they have the commercials within the TV show uh aspect. It's kind of like on Daria when she watches Six Sad World.
yeah,
It's like a TV show, yeah, TV show within the TV show. Definitely ahead of its time. 1989, that was new, especially for a Saturday morning cartoon show. That was great.
yeah.
Um, Writer Patsy Cameron, she did 20 episodes of the TV show Little Mermaid, which was based off the Disney movie. 12 episodes of Beetlejuice, 7 episodes of Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is
Oh,
currently blowing the F up on this channel right now. So the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie that Josh and I released. What's the name of the movie, Josh?
the Chipmunk Adventure. It's
Yeah.
where they go with the chipmunks and the chipettes race around the world in hot air balloons. And actually, they are oh my god, what's the word? Muling diamonds and illegal cash, stolen diamonds and illegal cash. They're like muling it around the globe. So yeah,
There's a Nicole and I were watching that movie on the channel last week, and there's like a little Yorkie dog that it's named Sophie.
yeah,
Okay, our dog is a Yorkie Jack Russell, and her name is Sophie.
that's adorable.
Yeah, so that
Awesome.
was like Nicole was like, "What the hell? What?" Like, what?
Life
Um,
imitates art.
yeah. And then Patsy also did 5 episodes of DuckTales. So this
Okay,
lady worked on a lot of really, really good stuff. And that Little Mermaid, don't sleep on the Little Mermaid cartoon, Josh, because I remember watching that on
I
Saturday
watched it.
mornings.
Yeah,
Pretty solid interpretation, because normally when they did those Disney Saturday morning cartoon versions, they were usually pretty lame. Little Mermaid was pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, they did it. And
Aladdin had one too that was pretty good.
Aladdin wasn't bad either. One of the worst ones in my memory was The Lion King, because they didn't have any of the voices really, except for Timon and Pumbaa, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty much the Timon and Pumbaa show.
Yeah.
It got old after a minute.
Yeah, too much Timon and Pumbaa. All right, so this episode, as of me writing this rundown last week, it was 35 years, 7 months, so we'll say 29 days ago, because that was 7 days ago.
Wow.
So over 35 years ago, this episode aired for the first time. Josh, it is that time of the episode where we are going to go over the top 5 shows of that time period, so 1989. And I think Slashaholics Josh is going to kill this one
I don't
because
know.
he is going to. Josh is going to destroy this one. Because there's a lot of the ones he guesses in the previous, like 87, 86, that are in this one.
Watch
So
me forget.
Josh, what was the number one show of 1989?
Roseanne.
You are correct. It was a tie with another show, though, but Roseanne was
Full
technically
House.
no. But Roseanne, 23.1 million viewers. It was a tie with somebody that we've discussed at length on the channel, and he was
Oh,
also go ahead.
Family Matters.
No, no, not
Oh, go
Reginald
ahead.
Bell
Keep,
Johnson.
keep giving me the hints. Go ahead.
Okay, he was featured on the
Oh,
thumbnail.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby
The Cosby Show.
featured on the thumbnail of our largest news episode on the second channel, Bill Cosby. Yeah, so Cosby Show and Roseanne, number one of 89.
Okay.
Number three, Josh.
Full House.
No.
Uh, um, Full House, Family Matters. Oh my goodness. Is it a comedy, a sitcom?
Oh, it's a comedy for sure, and they were huge.
Really? Why is
Huge
it
show. Huge.
why am I blanking out right now? What is wrong with me? How many seasons Cheers? How many seasons
Yes,
did they have?
cheers. Got it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
22.7 million. So almost number one. I think this might have been the year that like Roseanne overtook Cheers because I think Cheers was number
Yeah.
one for a while there.
Yeah. They started in like 1980. The fact they were still number three in 89 is impressive.
They almost got canceled after the first season.
Yeah.
The girl who played Diane, Shelley Long, saved that series, that love story, because it was just a bomb. Nobody liked that show until that love story happened.
Right.
Number four is a show that we was actually showed up before and blew my mind, and it is Cosby related.
Oh, it's the spinoff.
Yes, A
I can't,
Different World.
yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
They're
can't
bringing it
believe
back. They're bringing that show back now. Like it's getting a reboot.
that's insane. The only thing I remember about that show when I was a kid was his name was Dwayne Wayne. He was the star, and I
Yeah.
loved his like flip up glasses. That was like his gimmick. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, a
His
little bit, a
glasses.
little bit.
That's all I remember. And number five, this blows my mind, and I don't think you'll get it only because it's not a sitcom. It's kind of like the first incarnation of Rob Dyrdek's ridiculousness,
Oh man. Um,
but it's
who's in it?
Bob Saget.
America's Funniest Videos?
You got it. You got it.
Okay.
20.9, almost the number one show in America.
Well, when you said it wasn't a comedy, or did you say it's not a sitcom?
Not a sitcom.
Okay, see, I should. mm. Yeah, it was big. It was that show was big.
Huge. And also they had America's Funniest People, Dave Coulier.
I liked that
Uh,
one better when I was a kid because I liked the oh, what was he called? The jackal or something? Um, man, I can't remember what he's called, but it was like a little rabbit with deer horns and
I don't remember America's Funniest People as much as I do America's Funniest Home Videos, but I do remember being a little guy and seeing Dave Coulier, hosting that show
yeah.
and understanding that it wasn't as popular as Bob Saget's show. And I somehow made the connection that like, oh, Uncle Joey's hosting this because he's friends with Bob Saget. I like kind of knew that had to have something to do with it when I saw it as a kid.
I thought the same thing. I thought it
Yeah.
was because, Bob Saget got one, so he got the other one.
Exactly. I totally think that's what happened. Nepotism at its finest. Josh, it's actually time for our first commercial break, buddy.
All right, let's do it. I'm doing some research when we get back, I'm gonna know what that animal was. So
Okay.
here we go.
It would appear that the network is making us take another short commercial break. And after all I've done to them, for them.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yes.
Michael?
With you in a minute.
Are you almost done? Michael, what's going on in there? Michael? Michael, what's taking you so long? Michael, you just don't look yourself today.
Now back to Beetlejuice.
The jackalope. It was the jackalope. So
Got it.
yeah, yeah.
Nailed it.
We Michael J. Fox, man, what a commercial. Can't believe that he's part of our sponsorship. That's awesome.
I know. I'm a huge Michael J. Fox fan. Always been a fan. Teen Wolf, Back to the Future, Secret of My Success. Love them. Family Ties. Um, the Michael J. Fox commercial that I remember more than that one we just showed that's sponsoring today's episode. It's the one where the pretty girl comes over and she wants Diet Pepsi, and he like falls down the fire escape, goes to
Yeah.
the vending machine. Yeah. Unfortunately, Slashketeers couldn't play that one because it's got copywritten music in it. But hell of a commercial. Go out of your way, as the kids say, to find that. Go out of your way for that one. That's a good one.
Just take you back.
Josh, this is possibly my favorite of the opening segments that we do on this show. We're gonna do top movies at the box office for
Okay.
1989. I think you're gonna crush this one. I really do.
Can I just try to see if I can rig a memory in your head real quick?
Absolutely.
The Jackalope. You said you don't really remember it. Okay.
Okay.
As fast can be. You can never catch me. Do you remember that?
I remember the slogan now that you say that.
Yeah, that was the Jackalope. Okay, so the movies. All right.
What's the number one movie of 1989?
1989. Beetlejuice. No.
You're close.
Batman.
Batman. Tim Burton.
Big time.
Michael Keaton. $251 million in 1989.
Wow, that is crazy.
Tickets cost like $2 back then. $2.50.
Really? Wow.
Matinees were like $1. Like that's insane. Number two, Josh. Think big franchise.
Back to the Future too.
No, but I like where your head's at for sure.
Oh,
Big franchise. Big franchise.
Die Hard? No, that's not big enough.
A franchise that's still going today.
Oh,
actually.
Ghostbusters too.
No, but it is in this list.
Oh, okay. Well, Indiana Jones.
You got it. You got it.
The Temple of Doom.
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade. Oh, 89. Last Crusade. Yep.
191 million.
Okay.
Okay, and then I think you named it just a second ago. Number 3.
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters
No.
2.
No, but big franchise.
Oh, Back to the Future 2.
No.
What did I name?
Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, Lethal. I said Die Hard, but yeah.
I think you know what? I kind of think of those movies as the same.
I do too.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Okay. Number 4, if you get this, you are just like the character in this movie. You're a genius, a savant.
The Rain Man.
You got it. How did you get that?
Just
You
definitely,
son of a bitch.
definitely just knew it. Just
I
definitely knew
can't
it.
believe you got that. Okay. Number 5, Slashaholics. This is the first movie that Alex ever saw in the movie theater.
You said Ghostbusters 2 was on the list.
It is on the list. It is on the list.
Is that it?
No, this is the first movie I ever saw in the theater at number 5.
You told me this one before.
And I just saw a reunion of 3 of the actors with one of the props today on YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
Man, I don't know, because the first one I saw was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and that's
Mine's close to that. Mine's real similar.
really to what's similar to Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
In 1989.
Is it a cartoon?
No, but there was a cartoon attached to it.
Really?
When you go to the movies, there was a cartoon that played before, and I almost think it was Roger Rabbit.
Really?
Yes, where he's babysitting a baby.
It's not Dick Tracy.
No, it's. Can I tell you who the star of the film was?
Man, I wish I had gotten this one. Yeah, who's the star?
Rick Moranis.
Oh, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I remember it had the cartoon in it. Yes,
Yep,
yes, it sure did. It sure did.
130 million. It was the first movie I ever went to. I remember being in my grade school. It wasn't a school day. It was Saturday. We were playing catch or something. My dad is like, hey, we got to hurry up and get out of here. We got to have dinner. We're going to the movies. And I remember thinking, like, what's going to the movies? Like,
Right?
no clue what that means, but I'm in. That was the movie we went to. Okay, Josh, this is what you've been asking for. This is what I know you want. Number 7 movie of 1989, Josh.
Ghostbusters 2.
Nailed it. Nailed it. 112 million, which is weird because if you go back in Ghostbusters lore slash Geteers and you read reviews of this film or whatever, a lot of people will say that it was like a failure or
Oh,
it was a major success. It
okay.
made a lot of money.
It went up against Batman, and it went up against Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
And
Okay,
Indiana Jones and Lethal Weapon and Rain Man
and it
and
still made money. So,
yeah,
and I,
I
you
mean,
know,
come on.
people. I think the reason people don't like it as much is there's not as much busting in it. But I mean, the Scoleri twins, the stuff down in the old train track and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think there's more ghosts and more jump scares and stuff in it than the first one. And I do not like it as much as the first one. If I had to go in order of like favorite to least favorite, I would say Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters Afterlife,
Whoa.
Frozen Empire, and then part 2. But like Frozen Empire, part 2 are pretty much tied for me. Like I don't think there is like there's 4 of them. They can't both be in last place. They're both in third. But like Afterlife is just the heart of it, the Egon of everything.
Yeah.
But part 2, just because I have it there, underneath Afterlife, does not mean it's a bad movie. It's just because I rented the heck out of that movie as a kid, man. I loved it as a kid. The slime. I just wish as an adult there had been more stuff with the bad guy. We didn't get enough of him at the end.
Yeah,
It's just
not enough Vigo.
Vigo is just in the thing. It would have been cool if they trapped him and stuff. And as an adult, it also bothers me that they're singing their song in universe and like why would there be a number 2 up on their ectomobile? Stuff like that just gets me as an adult. But as a kid, I loved Ghostbusters 2. Absolutely loved it.
I still enjoy it. You know what bothered me?
I do too. It just little things, but
Ghostbusters 2, and no, but I don't know that anybody else has this gripe with Ghostbusters 2 that I do. Like when Winston and Ray are doing the birthday parties and the kids are like, He-Man,
yeah,
He-Man, right? It always bothered me that they wanted to see He-Man, and it's not because I was upset for the Ghostbusters that they didn't want them. I was upset because it was like, this is 1989. He-Man had not been a popular kids toy at that point for like 3 years. So in my head, I'm like, even as a little kid watching this movie, I was like, what? Like, why aren't they chanting for Ninja Turtles? Like,
that would
this
have made
doesn't.
more sense. Yeah,
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me. So I was like, like Dan Aykroyd wrote this movie or the screenplay, obviously.
just a little out of touch.
Yeah, either he was out of touch or he wrote it in like 86, 87 when he
He probably, he probably did. He probably did.
That's what I want to think happened. And they just didn't go back and rework it a better way. Okay, now here's another fun thing.
All right.
What was the number 1 slasher horror movie of 1989?
89.
Hmm?
Is it Freddy or Jason?
It's Freddy.
Okay, then that's going to be The Dream Child.
It is, and a lot of people shit on this movie, and a lot of people say that it killed the franchise and whatever. But $22 million for A Nightmare on Elm Street: The Dream Child, which was a movie that I believe they had the poster made and the concept for the movie made. The idea was set in stone before they ever had a script or a cast.
That's how Friday the 13th started.
Yeah, they didn't even have they had no words on the page yet, and they had the movie poster out already. Very impressive. Okay. And what was the number 2 slasher horror movie of 89?
Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan.
It was the number 74 film. Excuse me, Nightmare on Elm Street was the number 50 film.
Yeah.
So 50th highest grossing film in 89 is still good. Friday the 13th, 74th highest, 14,343,000. And Slashaholics, this was the film in the franchise that Paramount was like, okay, we're done. We don't want to. And Jason Takes Manhattan, Josh, and we've talked about this at length.
Yeah.
It's the one film where they basically skip over it in canon. They're just like, this never happened.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the sewer, he turns into a child.
He doesn't. Oh, he doesn't turn into a child.
They never.
The whole movie. No, hold on. The whole movie. What's her name? Ray or Ryan or Raya or something? I can't remember her name.
Rennie.
Rennie. That's my old man, Ray or Ray, whatever.
Raimi.
The whole movie is about her hallucinating Jason as a little kid. She did it whenever her uncle threw her into the water at Crystal Lake, which I think he threw her in when he was chained up on the bottom.
Okay.
And what happened is he grabbed her, and when she looked at him, her mind went to little Jason, because that's the story. I think real Jason had a hold of her leg. On the boat, she sees little Jason. And at the end, when Jason gets defeated and is like screaming in pain and gets washed away, she's hallucinating little Jason, because in her mind, he's just a scared little boy when it came down to the end. The other characters, if you watch, they don't really react to seeing a kid there, just her.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's just hallucinating him as a little kid. He didn't really turn into a little kid. And then I like to think that he got washed out, found his melted mask, stuck it on his face, and that's why he looks like he does in Jason Goes to Hell. But I will to die on this hill. He did not turn into a kid. It was just another one of her hallucinations, which she had like 10 of in the movie. So,
okay. Well, and she was, and to give credence to your take there, she was on H. Someone did inject her with
they sure
harm.
did. They sure did.
They injected her with H, and she also probably was struggling with the just crippling guilt of killing her teacher in the car wreck when she drives the car into. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Jason Takes Manhattan, Rennie, the final girl, is a killer.
What?
Spoiler alert.
What if we wanted to say that she was the hero of the movie, but we wanted to say it like a female hero? What would YouTube do about that? Would we have to? Would we have to say she's the H of the movie?
I don't know. I just know that's a word we're not allowed to say.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what a female hero is called.
The heroine of the film.
Dude. Now we're never getting monetized. It's over. Ah.
We're going to be regulated to bonus content views from the Ninja Turtle film we just did.
I'm going to have to upload that Scooby-Doo Blair Witch thing over here now. Thanks.
I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
Hey, all right. Number 79 film of the year, third highest grossing slasher horror film of 1989, Josh, was
Child's Play. No, that was 88. No, that was 89. Child's Play 2.
It was not.
Oh, okay. Halloween. Is it Halloween?
It is Halloween.
But was it like Halloween 5 or 6?
Halloween 5.
Okay, because 6 was like 94, right? Or 93?
Yeah, a little bit later.
Yeah, I thought so.
The Revenge of Michael Myers, and it made $11 million, almost $12 million, which I think if you're a longtime fan of the Slash Trax network, you know that Halloween 4 and 5 were true independent films.
Yeah.
So for that movie to make almost $12 million on like such a tiny budget, even though it was the third highest grossing slasher film of the year, that's a financial success, and that's why we're still seeing Halloween movies to this day.
There's a fan novelization of that movie, and the movie is not great. It really isn't, but the book is actually pretty good. Jake Martin wrote it, and I narrated it. It's on the main channel, which is funny because the guy that wrote part 2 and 3 for the novelizations, his name is Jack Martin, and then the guy that wrote 5, the fan novelization, is Jake Martin.
Jake and Jack Martin love Michael Myers.
Oh, and can I do like a shameless plug real quick?
Yeah.
Not only is my book Nightmare on Elm Street: Celestial Slumber in ebook, paperback, and hardcover on Amazon right now, but so is Friday the 13th Quarantine. So get it.
When did that happen?
Today. It got approved today. So
nailed. Two-time Arkansas author of the year. The tea drinking, slasher writing, ponytail wagging, girl stealing, wheeling dealing,
trash can kicking, field goal kicking, picking, whatever.
Philadelphia phenomenon. Josh, how much was a gallon of milk in 1989?
Oh man, I'm not going to get these good because like this is like a period of time where like the recession and stuff was close.
But I thought you were going to say because I didn't drink milk.
Oh,
We didn't have milk in 1989.
it's gonna be between $1.50 and $2, I think, at this point. No, I'm gonna say $1.29.
It is $2.34.
See, that's why I didn't want it because I knew it was gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
I tried to go low because I thought I went too high, but this is a bad time. It was a bad time.
Loaf of bread. How much?
$1.89.
67 cents. So
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, not too bad.
Certain things, like there shouldn't be that big of a gap between bread and milk.
and sugar and flour and all that.
Yeah, that's what happens when the economy goes to shit. we're gonna be that's why our eggs are like $9. But go ahead.
Oh, speaking of eggs, how much was a dozen eggs in 1989?
Oh man, let's see. Bread is 67 cents. Milk is $2. So $1.40.
96 cents.
See, it's crazy difference. Crazy difference.
Who, Josh, was the WWF champion in 1989?
Oh God. Macho Man Randy Hulk Hogan.
Now I think I even went as far as to say like when this episode was released, and let me see the date again. The release date, September 9th, 1989. So the champion on September 9th, 1989 was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Macho Man was champion back in like March that year, right?
He had beaten the Mega Powers exploded at WrestleMania 5.
Yeah. That worked for him, brother.
Hogan. Hey, real quick about Hulk Hogan.
Oh God.
He just can't stop giving me news stories. I know that we're not doing a Trax news until next week, but so if you're seeing this sneak peek story preview, Josh, did you see that Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are starting a freestyle wrestling federation thing? Did you see that?
Yes, and they say it's going to be bigger than AEW. And it's going to be like amateur wrestling with storylines and stuff or whatever and characters. But here's the funniest part about all of it. Hogan, no matter where he goes, no matter what country he goes to, is getting booed mercilessly everywhere. So whenever they announced this product, this new wrestling business, he did it as Hollywood Hogan. And I'm telling you right now, sure as shooting, the reason he's doing this as Hollywood Hogan is so when he gets booed, he can say it's okay, brother. It's because I'm out there as Hollywood Hogan. I'm not Hulk Hogan. I'm Hollywood Hogan. That is the only reason this 70-something-year-old man is painting on a fake black beard and going out there as Hollywood Hogan. It's so he has cover for the boos. He is that petulant, that petty. I'm telling you, man, and it's gonna bomb. It's going to bomb so hard. Nobody's going to watch this. Even his greatest fans, the ones that only have like a 2-second freaking attention span.
Yeah.
They're not going to watch this. You know what? Go for it, Hogan. Put all your money into it. Please, brother. Please, brother.
There was like the first, I saw a comment somebody made on the picture of Hogan with the painted beard again. And, it said that Hulk Hogan at this point looks like one of those close-up animations on Ren and Stimpy.
Yes.
Like when they show the face and it just like highly detailed and just looks gross.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
He looks like one of those close-up pictures on Ren and Stimpy. And then also, I heard Jim Cornette say on his podcast, he's like, so they can have anybody in the world be the commissioner of this new federation for amateur wrestling. And the one person they go get is the guy who is at the bottom of the list of professional wrestling at this point to be a commissioner, an on-air commissioner role, and a guy who has never wrestled a day of amateur wrestling his entire life. It makes no sense.
I got a question for you, Alex.
Okay.
What's the name of it?
All American freestyle.
Real American.
Real American.
Okay. Now tell me, if he was not trying to just have a cover for booze, not booze, but like getting booed, if your company is called Real American Freestyle Wrestling, and you're Hulk Hogan, whose theme song was called what whenever he was in the red and yellow?
Real American.
Okay. Would it not make more sense to be in the red and yellow to sell this Real American product?
He would, yes, and everybody knows him. Like if you took a poll of people who know Hulk Hogan, 9 out of 10 people would say red and yellow handlebar mustache Hogan,
But he's
right?
the only reason he's Hollywood Hogan in real American freestyle wrestling is to cover up for the booze. He's going to act like a heel
Yeah,
so he doesn't have to, because he doesn't want, because if he goes out there in the red and yellow, he's going to get booed.
he's there. This thing is gonna be
Either
this,
way, he gets booed.
this thing is gonna sink like the Titanic.
I can't
This is
wait.
the stupidest idea. This is so dumb. And then Hogan and Bischoff did the NWO teaser thing. This is the last thing I'll say about this.
Stupid.
They do this little vignette where it's like trying to relive the popularity of NWO. Hogan's they're showing his back and they're showing him flexing his muscles and stuff. He doesn't have muscles anymore. That he has saggy arm. It doesn't look good. They have a combined age of 140. Bischoff is 69.
Yeah.
Hogan is 71. It's over. It's like The Sopranos. Get a new show. It's done. It's Dexter at this. No, Dexter's back. It's
Oh,
you
yeah.
on Netflix.
And
It's over.
It's going to be big. It's going to be good. It's going to be
That's going to be good. This wrestling thing is going to
good.
suck.
No, it's going to suck. And it's just it's so obvious. Terry, we're going to talk about Beetlejuice. Everybody knows that the smart thing would be for you to go out as Hulk Hogan, red and yellow. But you're going to get booed no matter what. So the only reason you're painting on that pathetic black beard and acting like Hollywood Hogan is so you can act like a heel. And you can tell people that's why you're getting booed. But here's the thing. You can lie to yourself all day. You can delude yourself all day. Doesn't change reality, brother. That goes for a lot of people.
Can you imagine if Hogan was watching this Beetlejuice review and he's at home, he's like, man, I really love Josh and Alex, those two cool dudes. Watch Beetlejuice relive my glory days in '89, dude. Can't wait, brother. Oh, I love when they talk about the former champions, dude. And then all of a sudden, the tables turn and we start shitting on the freestyle wrestling, and Hogan spits his real American beer all over the place.
But wait, no, he spits the beer because it's disgusting. It has nothing to do with what we're saying. But yeah, he spits the beer, and then what happens?
Then he takes the can and rifles at one of the people that happens to be helping clean his house, knocks her ass out. Another lawsuit. She wins the new freestyle wrestling organization. It's over before it even started.
I got to try something. Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan.
Bluff, man. I'm the greatest.
Oh God, he's here.
of all
He's here.
time.
Go to
When
a
I
commercial
snap
break,
my
please.
wrist to yours,
Please.
brother, the transformation as my eyes roll in the back of my head, as the smoke comes out of my nose, the leather will be your last lifeline to the professional wrestling world, brother.
Did you know
I
that
will
it's
beat
coming
you.
on every day at Burger King? That means for $2.99, your kids 12 and under get a regular hamburger, a small fry, a small Pepsi, and a surprise in every bag. Here's a grown-up to tell about the surprise.
This month, Burger King has Beetlejuice. Your kids can be part of the Kids Club and collect all 6 characters of Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
We're gonna make you love us. Can I do the surprise next time?
Now back to Beetlejuice.
I had to beat him in a Yappa Pie strap match, but he's gone. He's gone. I had to beat his 11-inch pythons with my 7-inch pythons, but 11 it's more like an 11-inch garden snake. But anyways, what's up? Did you like the Burger King commercial? Did that bring back memories? Were you in the Big Kids Club ever? I was.
I wasn't in the BK Kids Club. We didn't get Burger King in my hometown until '94, but when they showed up, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Disney time, I definitely had those hand puppets for sure.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hey, real quick before we start actually breaking down the episode of Beetlejuice, who was the WCW champion in '89?
It's going to be Ron Simmons.
You are right, but who was champion right now at when this episode was released?
Sting.
Ric Flair.
Oh wow, okay. I was going to say Luger, if not Sting.
Yeah,
but
Ric
Ron
Flair.
Simmons was historically the champion in '89. So
Ron Simmons,
damn.
Real quick, I don't even need a reaction. I just want to say it because you brought it up. the reason, so Ric Flair, there was a video on YouTube today where he's basically just kind of shitting on all these people he worked with, but
Yeah.
in one of the things he's talking about Eric Bischoff, and basically he says that he worked, or someone didn't want to work with Ron Simmons. Like Bischoff was trying to say, you held Ron Simmons down. He's like, no, I didn't. Hulk Hogan is the one who held Ron Simmons down because Hogan didn't want to work with Ron Simmons, according to Flair.
In
So
WCW,
that's what I heard today.
Ron Simmons was Ron Simmons in WCW in '94.
Farouk showed up to WWF in like '96. So '96 is Ron Simmons' time. So yeah, he was in WCW for sure.
Okay, well, I mean, he was world champion.
Yeah, he was. He
So-
was. A lot of people say The Rock was the first black champion. It was Ron Simmons.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No questions asked. But yeah, Hulk Hogan was a piece of crap even all the way back then. So
Yep, he sure was. I mean, Vader
go
was Vader was supposed to fight him at Starrcade '94, and instead he gave it to Brother Brudai in the main event for the title. So that's the topic for another day. But
Brother Brudai.
what's up?
Yeah. Brutus Beefcake's definitely deserving main event push when he went to WCW. Taco Bell, the value menu was launched in 1989, and they had 39-cent tacos, but they had to switch to 49-cent tacos, Josh, because the demand and orders were going through the roof, but the profit was almost nil. So they were like just selling tacos like hotcakes, but they were making no money off of it. So they had to raise it to 49 cents. Let's go to another commercial break, Josh, before we start breaking down.
All right, sure, let's do it. More money.
It would appear that the network is making us take another short commercial break. And after all I've done to them, for them.
Batman Returns, the greatest new cereal Gotham City has ever known. Now it's marshmallow and chocolate flavored. With the amazing new Batmobile and incredible new villains. Catwoman. The Penguin. It's deliciously crunchy chocolate flavored cereal and great marshmallow shapes. The action-packed cereal that's part of this complete breakfast. Batman Returns. There's never been a cereal like it.
Now back to Beetlejuice.
Okay, I had that. I had a bowl of that this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it tasted like battery acid because it's been setting in my kitchen for like 30 years. But yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't put any Smilex gas in that cereal, and you finally got. You know?
There's some Smilex gas, but it's not coming out of the cereal box.
Coming out of your bunghole. Josh, let's start actually breaking down this awesome you say. All right, man. This is how the episode starts. Now, this is how we're first introduced to Beetlejuice, okay? Episode starts with Beetlejuice shopping for his 1-year anniversary with Lydia.
Deo.
Yeah. Beetlejuice is broke, and he actually breaks the fourth wall and begs the audience, you and I, for money.
Yep.
Lydia gets home from school and is excited to tell Beetlejuice about her new job. Her mom, without Lydia's knowledge or approval, redecorated her room more bright, friendly colors. Lydia immediately redecorates and calls for Beetlejuice. And it's showtime, Josh. It is freaking showtime. And also, I want to say one thing about this. The animation and like how she calls for Beetlejuice is phenomenal.
Yeah, it was fun. Like everything changing and all that. I did like that. And I did like how they were both singing Deo.
Yes,
at the
like
beginning.
the movie.
Yeah,
like their little.
Yeah, good throwback, good hat tip to the movie. Beetlejuice is singing it at the beginning, and then she's singing it on her bicycle as she's riding home. She goes through the little bridge and everything from the first movie. But yeah, when she says Beetlejuice 3 times, not only does he show up, but like everything changes to the Netherworld. I like that.
Yeah, it's really well done, especially for 1989. Beetlejuice shows up with a sombrero on, and he's ready to party, Josh. They dance in the air, full-on air dance celebration. Beetlejuice thinks he was called because it's about their anniversary, which it kind of is, but not. Lydia says decorating is going to have to wait because she got a job babysitting. And big news, Josh, it's $2 whole an hour.
Yep. And Beetlejuice is like, all I got to do is sit on babies for $2 an hour.
I know.
Love it.
I love that. I definitely have that marked down. Beetlejuice gets an idea. He's gonna sit on babies, just like Josh says, and he's gonna be able to get a present for Lydia in just a few squats.
Yep.
Yeah. So a few squats, and Beetlejuice is gonna have a present for Lydia. Beetlejuice proceeds to sit on a baby and is then presented with a spiky baby and a huge baby.
Oh God,
So
the huge baby's great. I love the huge baby.
yeah, Beetlejuice has got his work absolutely cut out for him, Slashaholics.
I like
If
how he's known in the Netherworld as a troublemaker.
Oh
You know?
yeah, of all the people in the netherworld and hell, Beetlejuice is considered the most annoying, most gross, the worst one of all the people in hell.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. The huge baby spits up on Beetlejuice, so basically just throws up all over Beetlejuice and sits on Beetlejuice. Instead of Beetlejuice setting on the baby, the baby sets on him. Meanwhile, things are going great with Lydia and her babysitting.
Hmm.
The giant baby is destroying the netherworld, much like a monster does Angel Grove. Just
Yes.
absolutely sparks flying. Goldar is assisting the baby destroy Angel Grove. Beetlejuice checks in on Lydia. He says he's babysitting too. Lydia finds out he's not feeding the babies and he's sitting on them. So, he's not doing any. He's actually abusing these children. So she takes this as a sign that she needs to go over to the netherworld with him and help Beetlejuice out. So she's going to assist him in his babysitting duty.
And takes the baby she's babysitting with her, like the real world baby. Yes.
Yes. And I think the baby's name was like
Oliver
Arlo?
or something.
Yeah, Arlo or something. But
Yeah.
as soon as they go to the netherworld together, Beetlejuice almost gets murked by some sandworms. So yeah,
I love the sandworm connection too. That was our first introduction to them. That's great.
yeah, sandworms are terrifying in the movie. They're terrifying in the cartoon. They when I saw the sandworms in the cartoon, it when I was a kid, they reminded me of the movie Tremors.
Yes, and as a kid, I loved learning about space and everything.
Mhm.
And I remember being about 8 years old, watching Beetlejuice on TV, or we rented it or something. And when they say it's Saturn sandworms,
Mhm.
I was like, what? How'd you land on? How is there? There's no land on Saturn. Saturn is a gas giant. Like, where's this desert at in the middle of all the gas and everything? It's a moon of Saturn. A moon of Saturn is where the sandworms are from. As a kid, they didn't explain that. In the sequel, they explain it. But as a kid, when I heard Saturn sandworms, I was like, oh, wait, what? I just learned that there's no land on Saturn. What are you talking about?
Man, I would never have caught that as a kid. I was the kid who was like trying to figure out how I could get like $10 to go to the Scholastic Book Fair.
Oh, yes, I love that too. Yes.
Digging through my weekly reader. So Beetlejuice feeds the babies a steel drum full of crap, and it basically looks like a container of trioxin from the Return of the Living Dead films, right?
And my book Quarantine. That's what causes apocalypse. But yes,
Beetlejuice is feeding the babies a container of trioxin or Smilix gas, whatever.
Tarman is already out doing his own thing.
Yeah, he's in the netherworld. Beetlejuice accidentally turns himself into a baby.
Oh, this is great. And what's funny is there was actually something he did as a kid or something there years back in the Netherworld, which I guess he was a baby as a ghost at some point.
He was a baby in hell. He was so bad.
Yeah, but like they said, like some babies, raised hell or something, caused like a bunch of destruction years ago. But no, it's supposed to be the Netherworld. This is supposed to be from the movie. Like when you die, you go to the Netherworld as a spirit. But like, there's babies, man. Were these babies? Did these babies die and go there? And
yes,
I guess so. That's sad. That's so sad if you think about it.
Yeah,
that's what it's even sadder. Somebody has to change that big baby's diaper.
Oh man, what kind of a dirty diaper does a baby in the netherworld produce?
A giant baby in the Netherworld, like a giant.
Ooh.
I'm still here, Slashaholics. My camera's going to go off for a second, but we're still talking.
All right. So Lydia needs more than $2 an hour, Josh, because she's got her work cut out for her with all this stuff going on.
Yeah, giant baby poops. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Baby Beetlejuice runs off with the other babies to get a present. He wants to get a present for himself.
Oh, little
Uh, all hell's breaking loose at the mall. So they're at the mall.
the shocking mall. That's
The
what it's called.
human baby Arlo is just having a blast though. So
Oh yes.
yeah,
Yes.
blissfully unaware of what the hell's going on or where he is. Excuse me. A news report says that baby Beetlejuice is to blame for all the carnage, Josh.
Mhm.
And this is what we were talking about, Josh. There is an ad for Scream Puffs.
Yes.
Yeah, so we get one of those really cool ads that this is like the first time we see one because it's the first episode, right?
Yeah, but was it that guy? Was it the guy that normally does the commercials going forward, like the
No,
skeleton head?
I think so. I
Okay.
really do.
Yeah, that's
But
what
yeah,
that's one of the things my favorite things about I watched this last week. So but yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the cartoon was the commercials. I love those commercials.
Mhm. Really well animated, really well written, short and sweet and to the point. They're great.
Tim Burton actually was more than just an executive producer on the cartoon, which he was a producer of the cartoon, but he was actually hands-on. Like there's some episodes from stories he created.
Yeah, I love to hear that. That's phenomenal.
He was very hands-on with this cartoon. So
good. Because Tim Burton's the man. Okay, so after the really cool ad for Scream Puffs, Beetlejuice finally turns back into an adult. He has to say, like, I want to grow up or whatever. So it's basically like whatever Beetlejuice literally says is what happens. So, yeah. The cops have shown up and they force the babies out of the mall. The babies and the parents blame Beetlejuice, of course, for all the stuff that's happened.
Yeah. He gets goes to Krypton court. That's what it reminds me of from the old Superman movie.
He's arrested. He's in Krypton court. And he's in a cage. He's like Robert Englund in No More Mr. Nice Guy in the Elm Street TV show pilot.
Yeah,
he's caged. Yeah, he's like Hannibal Lecter. They can't trust Beetlejuice, cannot let him go because he will just raise hell. The prosecutor has never lost a case, Josh. Never. This is the guy trying to put Beetlejuice away. Beetlejuice is screwed. The lawyer brings up all Beetlejuice's past transgressions, which I think, Josh, at least in the United States, is illegal. You can't bring up stuff that's not germane to the case that they're doing at that moment, right? You can't bring up previous stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't try you for more than one thing.
You have to get permission from the judge to even bring up that's like evidence and stuff.
Yeah, they can't do that. So they're trying to screw Beetlejuice over completely. The judge immediately, they don't even have the court. They don't even have due process.
Guilty.
The judge immediately says Beetlejuice is guilty. And with that, Josh, we need to go to a commercial break.
Man, we are really selling out to these advertisers.
What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Hey, I got an idea. Beetlejuice toys, Beetlejuice toys, Beetlejuice toys.
Beetlejuice! Yahoo! It's showtime! Hey, annoying hombres making you do stuff you hate. Don't lose your head. Make them history. Think that's scary? Watch this! Whoa! That went right through me.
Did you see that?
Now watch this. First, a double team. Now, a double scare. Nobody beats me. So when you want to scare somebody, give me a call.
Beetlejuice! 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 Gotta go.
Now back to Beetlejuice.
I did not have any of those Beetlejuice toys, sadly.
I didn't have any. The one that I wanted really bad was the crypt where you put Beetlejuice in and you like bury him and it's almost like a magic trick and you like slide it over the top and he turns into something else. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
God, I don't remember that. I do remember it. Obviously, I brought it up, but I wanted it. It was never in any stores. I wanted it. I just saw the commercial. I was like tortured.
Do you remember the Ninja Turtle thing? Like you would put him in something and it was like a chamber and it had ooze and you turn it or something.
They had, I
Oh,
remember.
that's Swamp Thing. I think that might have been Swamp Thing. One of them.
Well, that was also Ninja Turtles. He would be like one of them would be chained up,
Yeah.
and the ooze would be dropping on their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had something like that, and they also had Masters of the Universe had the slime pit.
Okay.
So our childhood slashaholics and slashketeers slime everything, ooze and slime, gack, floam.
Yes.
Yeah, any of that stuff was real big for us when we were kids. Okay, so they say Beetlejuice is guilty. Lydia shows up just in time, Josh, and objects. She explains Beetlejuice's finer points. Beetlejuice attempts to speak for himself by singing and dancing. Puts on a hell of a show, Josh. Still guilty.
He
Guilty.
does. Still guilty.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Beetlejuice says he set on the babies for present money. Pleads his case again. Still guilty. They don't care.
Sandworms.
Yeah, sandworms. He's immediately shipped to sandworm country. Beetlejuice is done for. This is the end of Beetlejuice in episode 1. Lydia calls for the giant baby to save Beetlejuice.
Well,
baby show. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, giant baby shows up, saves Beetlejuice, brings him back into the courtroom. The sandworm breaks through the court floor and snags the human baby Arlo.
Yep.
What happens after that, Josh?
Beetlejuice selflessly, after being coaxed by Lydia, goes down there and she says, "Aren't you the ghost with the most?" And he does his ghost with the mostest stuff and gets rid of the sandworm, saves the baby. And the Netherworld gives him one last chance, which I'm sure he's going to be getting a lot of one last chances going forward on the show.
However many seasons we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 days a week. The judge releases Beetlejuice. The prosecutor has officially lost his first case.
Yeah, well, actually, no. Yes, he lost his case.
Yeah.
But as they're walking out of the building, Beetlejuice the baby grabs his briefcase. And then the prosecutor goes, "Oh, I just lost my first case."
The literal.
Yep, dad joke right there.
But he did lose his first case, but he orders that Beetlejuice has to pay the court back for all the damages that the baby and the sandworm caused to the justice system there in the Netherworld. And then what does it say? Okay. Oh, and then the giant baby grabs the prosecutor to end the episode.
Yep.
Lydia and Beetlejuice finally are able to celebrate their anniversary. They're having a great time. They give each other gifts. All is well.
What were their gifts? Do you have that written down? I can't remember.
I do not. I do not have it written down.
I think she just got him like a bug to eat or something.
I mean, anything. I mean, you know what? When you're that close and you're that good of friends, it's the thought that counts. I mean, they went through hell and back. They went to the Netherworld and back for each other's friendship.
Yes.
I was gonna say though, does Beetlejuice still owe the court? Do they ever address that again? Does he ever pay them back?
I'm sure it's on top priority for the writers of the cartoon going forward.
Let's go to our last commercial break, and then we're gonna break it down and we're gonna rate and review the episode.
All right. It's up here. It's up here.
Another boring party. This is a job for Beetlejuice!
It's showtime!
Uh-oh. Jake's in trouble.
Can I be scary or what? It's really dead around here. Whoa, almost lost my head.
Now this is a party!
I'm the ghost with the most.
Talking Beetlejuice. Pull its string and hear 6 random Beetlejuice expressions.
Now back to Beetlejuice.
That would have been fun to have, like a talking Beetlejuice doll, like sneak into the room. Do you remember that commercial from being a kid? Like the kid sneaking in? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. We meticulously selected these to bring Memba berries back for us and all the people who watched the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Damn right, I remember that. You know what else I remember, Josh? /Trax2020@gmail.com for all you slashaholics, slashketeers, and prospective members of both channels. Go ahead and write us at /Trax2020@gmail.com if you like the show, if you're having fun, if you like our news show, if you like our riffs, our reviews, anything we do. Go ahead, suggest what you'd like us to do in the future. Maybe a TV show episode, maybe a cartoon, maybe a movie, maybe anything. Write us. We write you back. We don't ignore anybody. We reply to every comment that's left on YouTube videos. Josh, hit them with the Patreon, the Cameo, all the goodies, and then we'll rate and review this very important and pivotal episode.
Yes. To all the slashaholics and slashketeers at both channels, including the like 30 new subscribers we've had from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you enjoy more retro cartoon content. And you never know, we might be doing some Alvin and the Chipmunks content in the future. So stick around for that. If you want to be a patron of the channel, information has been on the screen the whole time. You can also order a Cameo video on the screen. And if you just want to make like a one-time donation to the channel, you like these two cool dudes, you like what they're talking about, the PayPal and the Cash App information is in the pinned comment and description. If you want to support the channel, so many ways to do so. And also links to Amazon if you want to buy my awesome books. So there you go.
Day one for Friday the 13th, Quarantine, on Amazon right now. Go get it. All right, Josh, did you like the episode? Were you into the plot? Were you into the storyline?
Oh yeah, I ended up watching like 3 more episodes on the DVD afterwards.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too. I just let it run. I just let it run.
Had a blast.
Yeah, enjoyed the episode. Lots of fun visuals. Lots of great colors. Loved the little commercial within the episode. Anything goes in this world. It's kind of like throw anything at the wall and it works because they're in the edgy, like cutting edge.
Yeah, they didn't treat kids like idiots back then.
And I really like it.
Yeah, it really holds up to the movie. The dude does a good voice, but yeah.
I have written down Beetlejuice is fun-loving and loyal. He's got a good heart. I like that he gets into trouble, has fun, but his heart is always in the right place. Definitely intended to be a sequel to the film, which is something that you said, how they kind of bridge it from the movie to this pilot episode 1 year later. They have a lot of great callbacks. They have a lot of great little hat tip to the audience. This is a perfect pilot because it bridges the gap from the movie to the cartoon, but it doesn't stay within the confines of the film. It is a cartoon, and they can go even any direction they want to.
Yeah.
It's animated, so no holds barred. Favorite parts of the episode and least favorite parts of the episode, Josh?
I love the beginning with the Day-O and everything. That was cool. The Beetlejuice. Oh, I almost said it 3 times.
Don't do it.
I like.
Come on, brother. Come on, dude.
No, I don't want him back. I don't want to.
Come on, dude.
Yappa Pie. Scrap match where he not only drags the person to each corner like the rules say, but then tries to pin them because he doesn't really know what he's doing. What do I like and don't like? The Day-O. I love the Netherworld stuff. Love the voice acting. I don't know what I didn't like about this episode, honestly.
You don't have to dislike anything.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I dislike. I like the recurring joke of don't ever change. And he's like, why would I? You know, like so I love it all. Perfect episode. It's going to get a perfect score. I can already tell you.
I love that Beetlejuice sets on babies. I love that Lydia and Beetlejuice have this great friendship. I love the art, the colors. I love that they can do anything they want in the show. I like that they do. I like that they have it's like they're setting up a new TV show. I mean, even if you had never seen Beetlejuice before, you could jump right in and enjoy the show.
Oh yeah.
And they also have, for the people who watch the movie and really love the movie and watch the cartoon because of the movie, they already kind of have a lore to Beetlejuice and a backstory, and you can enjoy it because it's an extension of the movie character. So I like all of it. I like that the court was outraged and that it was absolutely rigged against Beetlejuice. He was the odds were stacked against him. The deck was stacked. He still won. I like that Beetlejuice saved the day.
Totally rigged. Completely rigged, Alex. Completely rigged. I'm Beetlejuice, and it was rigged. Completely rigged against Beetlejuice.
And he came out on top. Okay, the only thing I had written down that I didn't like that Lydia's mom decorated her room without asking. That just kind of like...
Yeah.
Kind of like, I don't know. That just kind of bothered me because it's like, just let Lydia do Lydia.
You know what? There is something I didn't like about the episode. And I'm sorry I went there with Beetlejuice a second ago. Sorry, Beetlejuice. the whole thing about the sandworms, they called it Sandworm Land. I kind of like the fact that when you go there, you're like on a moon of Saturn, that's kind of cool that you're out in space,
Yeah.
but now it's Sandworm Land. It's like
they dumbed it down.
It's for a cartoon, I know, but I do like the fact that they made Beetlejuice like her imaginary, not really imaginary, but like best friend. He's not like trying to like weirdly marry a teenager.
They're just besties. They're buddies.
They're besties.
They're great friends.
The design of the parents is very much like animated versions of Jeffrey Jones and oh my God, I just had her name. She's one of my favorite.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara. They really do kind of look like cartoon versions. So
yeah, they did it. They just did it. They knocked it out of the park with this show. Josh, on a scale of 1 to 4 babies sat on, how many babies sat on out of 4 are you giving this episode of Beetlejuice? For
a pilot, for a new cartoon, from a movie like Beetlejuice into a cartoon, there is 4 squished babies. There's 4 squished babies. There's 4 squished babies. I can't squish an apple. But no, there's 4 set on babies for this one, because not only did it introduce the new cartoon in a perfect way, and it like brought it from the movie, which is more of an adult thing, and like seamlessly brought it into, a kid's cartoon.
Yeah.
And everything you need to know going about the cartoon is explained here without really having to explain it and set it up. It's like they've been doing this for a while, and you're kind of thrown in. But you know the rules of everything pretty quick. There's not many rules, and there's a great cast of characters that's coming up. When we do another review of Beetlejuice, I'd like to jump ahead to like season 2 or something.
Okay.
And because like the spider, Pierre the skeleton, I think it's Pierre, Lydia's schoolmates and stuff. There's so many good supporting characters. It just gets better and better as the show goes. It really does. But this was a perfect pilot for a cartoon from an adult movie to a kid's show. I can see Tim Burton's presence in this episode for Sat on Babies for this one.
I'm going to do it in the words of Pierre, the skeleton. And how many babies Beetlejuice sat it for? Pierre, I give it 3 3/4 babies set on Beetlejuice.
Why not 4?
Almost perfect. Because Beetlejuice, the bar is set so high that I can't rate it perfect. I can't give it a perfect score because the Lydia's mom thing made me mad, Beetlejuice.
Well, I mean, that's just okay. In all fairness, I'm going to try to talk you into a 4 here. In all fairness, it sucks that her mom did that, but it is a perfect way because they didn't have a lot of time to work with the parents, but it really sets the tone of how Lydia's parents are, especially her mom. It really was able to take like a 5-second scene and tell you everything you need to know about Lydia's mom by that scene. The fact that it upset you so much means they did their job setting that character up for you.
And I think I'm going to piggyback off what you just said, because when she like redecorates, the scene that I like so much is when she's calling Beetlejuice and it's opening the blinds that she just redecorated.
Yep.
4 out of 4. Perfect episode.
Yes.
4 out of 4. 4 out of 4. That's it, brother.
Hogan. Oh shit.
This is our don't say it again. Don't say it again. This is our second ever perfect cartoon review.
It is. What was the first one?
You know what?
Son of a gun. I know it wasn't My Pet Monster because it had some issues.
Wasn't it a Ghostbusters Boogeyman?
Yes, it was Boogeyman, or When Halloween Was Forever. It was one of them for sure.
One of the two. Boogeyman. It was the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman. Josh, in the episode, that's it, buddy. I had a great time today.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun today.
Thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you're watching this on Saturday morning, like you should be, hope you enjoyed the new intro. Love that intro. Got a lot of cool clips in that thing. If you can think of shows we left out, let us know, and we will throw them into that intro. Maybe some Disney characters like Little Mermaid and stuff that Alex brought up. Yeah, just thanks so much. I hope that if you watched this on Saturday morning, you had your cereal, you still had your PJs on. It is Trax Saturday morning, baby. Be excellent to each other. And remember, the sun never sets on those who ride into it. And Aaron, the spoiler, I'm not explaining that saying to you again, okay? It's very obvious that it's saying don't stop moving, because if you stop moving, the sun's going to set on you. Shoot for the moon. Never stop moving. Say goodnight, Alex.
Good night, Alex. Screw you, spoiler. Mahalo, dog.
Wake up, it's Saturday, the vibe's just right. Oh yeah, Alex and Josh take us back to the light.
Alex and Josh take us back to
and those
the light.
Ghostbusters, what a sight. DuckTales and Mario will dive in tight. Slide Track Saturday, let's groove today.
Hogan, and Alex's.
Cartoon classics make our worries fly away. Zelda and Mad Monster, what they gotta say. Tune in and let the review slay. Grab your cereal, let's relive the past. Oh yeah, cartoon heroes, the memories last. Alex and Josh got the humor, it's a blast. Kick back, enjoy, have a blast fast. Slide Track Saturday, let's groove today. Cartoon classics make our worries fly away. Zelda and Mad Monster, what they gotta say. Tune in and let the review slay. They break it down, oh so fine. Oh yeah, talking about cartoons gonna blow your mind. From the 80s to 90s, takes us on a ride. Saturday morning styles can't deny. Slide Track Saturday, let's groove today. Cartoon classics make our worries fly away. Zelda and Mad Monster, what they gotta say. Tune in and let the review slay.
The Yappa Indian strap match, Jack. That's what Jimmy Hart was calling for, brother. And now that I know, with the powers to be watching my back, I can box you in contractually. I can corner you in, brother. And if we are bonded together with the leather man, if we are bonded together with no one in our way, as I strap that flesh, as your flesh bubbles and burns over your whole body, you will understand, my man, what the Yappa Pie mean by the Indian strap match. I'm calling your bluff, man. I'm the greatest wrestler of all times. And when I strap my wrist to yours, brother, the transformation, as my eyes roll in the back of my head, as the smoke comes out of my nose, the leather will be your last lifeline to the professional wrestling world, brother. I will beat you within an inch of your life. And in the Yappa Pie Indian strap match, I will prove that you will bow down to me for an eternity, brother.